Once upon a time, there lived a woman with her unborn son in a small unfinished house. The husband had just left her alone when she was still trying to recover from a life-threatening disease. Life was never easy. Staying alone along with carrying an innocent soul in her tummy was a mental prison. Her rising every morning was just next to the rising sun. Though her life was filled with misery darkness couldn't explain, she still got energized and found healing each day. Her life had reached at the edge of saying goodbye to all her suffering, yet slowly she was getting up. She wished to hear the cry of her unborn son, yet no possibility could stand it. In her little striving and craving for life, she sustained herself but never forgot to show compassion to her dearest son. She rose and put herself together. The disease she had was nowhere to be searched. She experienced a miracle, yet this only gave her room to tell her story to the world, a story of milestone to mountains. When her husband left, he said words that made her to always think again. He said, "If sicknesses were not meant to do us apart, what is the point of being together even in our health? If a baby brings joy and hope, where is the space for this messed up family?" These words hit her so bad that out of anger, she dared to become Hitler and take revenge. She was hurt. She had all the reasons to take her revenge, yet she still had to hold herself. She chose to show compassion to her unborn son and her lost husband. The words of torment at the back of her memories started to become words of transformation. She carefully prayed to God that wherever the husband was, he should find peace in his heart, and that the sun that made her rise should shine upon him. She prayed and cried that her unborn son shouldn't taste her misery, but should find a family that would give him a warm comfort. It had been 7 months of carrying her child, with a father who was long gone and never to be seen. Her friends knew so little of the many struggles she had faced. She grew up not knowing her family, and living for her was a discovery. It was 9 months already, and her mind was just getting geared to face the pain of labor. She imagined how the miracle of welcoming new life would be like in a world filled with sorrow and stories of deep horror and terror. The day of holding the feet of her little lovely baby was her dream, and this gave her strength and hope. It was late that dark midnight, after enduring the pain of giving birth, when she heard the loud cry of her baby boy. And with so much compassion, she held him close to her chest. She decided to name her baby Nathaniel, because she believed he was a gift from God. Everything was going well at this moment. Her newborn child was right in her hands. 3 months later, she heard a knock at the door, and she wondered who it could have been. In her small and unfinished house, she had a home, yet she realized someone was always missing, the father to her child. She wondered whether it could have been the knock of her unseen neighbor, or perhaps the friends who denied her. For a moment, she got confused in a knock that seemed to open doors to so many thoughts. She opened the door and found it was her lost husband, solemnly standing, ashamed and looking to give so many reasons in his quietness. But all he had to say was, "I'm not worthy to be amongst the living." Even though the wife prayed for her husband to find peace, it was very evident that he never found it, and her prayer was only going to be answered at that very moment. With her arms shaking and gnashing her teeth and tears flowing back and forth, she compassionately hugged the husband with love. A compassionate woman. This story teaches us so many lessons. It teaches us about the love and compassion Jesus Christ has for us. Despite being sinners, He still extends His hand of grace and forgives us. And though we are not even worthy of receiving that grace, we are not even worthy sometimes to have the life He grants us, He still is always there for us. In life, we may also have people who have wronged us, and for many years we have kept the grudge in our hearts. It's time we took the courageous step of forgiveness and moved on. We can also show compassion and love to one another in our daily lives, even to people who absolutely never do good to us. Yes, forgiveness may be hard sometimes. It may bring so much hurt in our hearts and so many memories that make it difficult for us to move on in life. But if we don't do it now, when are we going to do it? If not now, when? Because Jesus is coming soon. We only have now to make that step and find peace in our hearts as well. Thank you so much. I hope this video has been a blessing to you and the story narrated above. Thank you so much. God bless you.